You are sitting alone in your room. It is late at night. The light from your lamp casts long shadows on the wall. Suddenly, something moves in the corner of your eye. A dark outline flits past. You turn around startled. But there is absolutely nothing there. Your heart beats faster. Your breath catches for a short moment. You check the room. Everything is peaceful. Do you know this eerie feeling? You blame it on your tiredness. You are right about that. But the real reason lies much deeper in your evolutionary history. Your brain is not playing a groundless game with you at this moment. It is desperately trying to save your life. Tiredness is a state of extreme vulnerability for your body. Your focus fades. Your reaction time slows down drastically. In the wilderness of prehistoric times, this state meant mortal danger. An exhausted prehistoric human was easy prey for predators. Evolution had to find a way to protect you in moments of weakness. It invented a highly developed, paranoid safety mechanism. Dr. Michael Shermer calls this phenomenon patternicity. It is the fundamental tendency of the human brain to find patterns everywhere. We see faces in clouds. We hear voices in the wind. We assume intention behind random noises. Why does your mind do this? Imagine you are an early human 21,000 years ago. You are lying tired in the tall grass of the savannah. Suddenly, a bush rustles in the darkness. Your brain now has two ways to process this information. Option No. 1 is a type 1 error. You believe the rustling is a hungry saber-toothed tiger. You get scared and run away immediately. In the end, it turns out it was just the wind. You wasted energy for nothing. You were afraid for no reason. But you are alive. Option No. 2 is a type 2 error. You believe the rustling is just the gentle wind. You stay relaxed. You just sleep on. In reality, however, it was a real predator. You get attacked and die that very night. Evolution punishes the second error mercilessly. Those who were too relaxed left no offspring. Those who made the type 1 error survived the day. We are all the direct descendants of the most paranoid prehistoric humans. Your brain therefore always assumes the worst-case scenario. It would rather see 1,000 ghosts than overlook a real danger. When you are extremely tired, this mechanism shifts into the highest gear. Your cognitive control slowly collapses. Your brain loses the ability to filter visual stimuli precisely. A harmless shadow on the wall suddenly comes alive. A jacket on the chair turns into a threatening figure. Scientists at the University of Sydney have studied this phenomenon intensively. They found out that sleep deprivation massively disrupts neural activity in the visual cortex. The nerve cells start firing even though there is no clear visual signal. Your brain no longer waits for reality. It starts to fill in the gaps in the dark itself. It projects its deepest evolutionary fears directly into the corner of your eye. Why do these sightings almost always happen in the corner of your eye? The retina of your eye is structured differently at the edges than in the center. In the center, you see sharply and in color. At the edges sit mainly the rod cells. These cells are extremely light sensitive. They cannot recognize details, but they are masterly at registering the smallest movements. In the darkness, your mind relies almost exclusively on this peripheral perception. A small draft moves the curtain by only a few millimeters. Your rod cells immediately sound the alarm. They send an inaccurate emergency signal to your brain. Since you are tired, your brain can no longer correct this signal logically. It falls back on the old survival program. It shapes a human figure out of the unclear signal. It creates a ghost. You feel a sudden rush of adrenaline. Your tiredness disappears completely for a few seconds. That was exactly the goal of evolution. The ghost in the corner of your eye is a biological wake-up call. It forces your exhausted body to be vigilant once more. The sleep researcher Dr. Christopher French leads a research unit for anomalistic psychology in London. He explains that extreme tiredness puts us in a state that resembles sleep paralysis. In this state, the boundary between dream and reality is fluid. The brain is in a permanent twilight zone. Do you sometimes wonder why so many cultures tell similar ghost stories? The figures in the dark are not a cultural invention. They are the universal product of an overworked human biology. Every human brain uses the same neural networks for defense against danger. That is why people all over the world see the same dark shadows when they are sleep-deprived. Today, we live in safe apartments. No predators lurk in the bedroom anymore. The danger of prehistoric times has long since disappeared. But our brain does not know that yet. It still works with the programs of the Stone Age. The next time you see a shadow at night, you do not have to be afraid. It is not a creature from another world. It is not a harbinger of misfortune. It is merely your highly developed brain that wants to protect you at all costs. It shows you an illusion so that you finally go to sleep. Your body needs rest. Turn off the phone. Close your eyes. Bring your brain to safety and finally go to sleep.